Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. This is my review for Batman Crusader episode 6. It's Amazon Prime show. Executive producers is Matt Reeves, Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams. So it has a lot of big names. Edward Barker's another one. In this episode, Mark Bernard, and he's also a co-host with Kevin Smith on his show, Fat Man Podcast. He's the writer of this show. And this show focuses around the villain, Gentleman Ghost. This was a pretty solid episode, man. It was pretty cool. Pretty much the synopsis now, you see Harvey Dent still going for his mayoral campaign in Gotham City. I almost said Washington, D.C. But you see Rupert Thorne, who's a mafia and, one of the mafia types in Gotham. He comes up to pretty much Harvey Dent says, hey, man, I'm going to fund your campaign. Pretty much, rub shoulders. You know what I mean? You kind of know where that's leading to. So that's kind of, a subplot in this episode, but at the same time, you see Gentleman Ghost, who is actually a part of the supernatural, coming and stealing from the people of Gotham. He actually steals in front of Harvey Dent and stuff like that, while Harvey's doing his mayoral campaign, steals from the people. Now, he does it like Robin Hood. Remember, Robin Hood would still, take from the rich, give to the poor. Gentleman Ghost steals from the poor for his own good. He don't care about giving back or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? No morals at all. So it's kind of cool, like seeing Batman go up against the supernatural in this one. You know what I mean? Like, they actually have a couple cool, really confrontations. I think the fight scenes in this was really good because you see him fighting the actual ghost, the actual supernatural. And, Gentleman Ghost is handing it to him until, Batman does throw a punch and he lands it. His hand freezes. Like, it actually freezes where he has to thaw it out in like over 108-degree temperature. Alfred has to help him, you know what I mean? So it was pretty cool seeing Batman do the detective, work on this. Like, all right, now this is supernatural. I need extra help. So he goes to a gentleman, who kind of helps him out. Like, all right, this is the spell that you need to cast on him. You need to burn this, burn this exact piece of paper. That way you can trap his spirit in this container, this bottle. So as him and Alfred are going to fight, Gentleman Ghost at the end, you see he almost gets him. He almost burns up the paper. But, oh, it's a spoils warning. Yeah, this is a spoils show. Again, I'll put it in the title. Don't be mad at me. Anyway, you see Gentleman Ghost's spirit possess Alfred. You know what I mean? So now Batman has to fight Alfred, and you see that tug of war, that struggle, you know what I'm saying, of him. Because even though he's more of a jerk to Alfred in this series, you still see him, he cares for Alfred deep down inside. So as they actually finally get Gentleman Ghost out of Alfred, Batman has him trapped in the container, gives him back to the guy, so on and so forth. And that's how the episode ends. So pretty much overall, it was a pretty solid episode. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like the pros, I think that it's good to see Alfred and Bruce's relationship progress. You know what I'm saying? Because I've stated there was a lot of cons in my early reviews. It's like I didn't like the how they represented Alfred and Bruce's relationship. They're always like a surrogate father, surrogate son. Like they still love each other, they respect each other. And this one, it's like, hey, Pennyworth, like very belittling. Like he's a servant type. And also, Lucius Fox and Bruce have a conversation in the beginning of the episode, right? So they're talking and everything like that. And then they both call Alfred Pennyworth, but at the same time, Lucius is showing more grace and respect towards Alfred, whereas he tells Bruce, like, hey, maybe you should do the same. So you kind of see them planting those seeds as their relationship getting better, because Batman's main focus, because he's young, he's very young in this series, but at the same time, he's so focused on the mission of just, his mission, his life's mission, being Batman and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that was cool seeing the progress of that. Gentleman Ghost, I did like him and Batman's fight scenes, like how they did that. Like I thought that was pretty cool. As far as cons, again, I don't like how, of course, Harvey Dent, like he's like a jerk and everything like that. Like Harvey was always a man for the people and everything. And in this one you could tell, like, all right, Harvey's corrupted. They definitely changed that up. You know what I'm saying? So over that, those like the few cons that I have from the episode. Overall, it was pretty solid. It was pretty solid. Like, there was a funny moment when Lucius Fox and Gentleman Ghost have a little spat going back and forth. Gentleman Ghost is from the back 18, 1700s, whatever. So, man, and in my head, like, oh, man, he wants to use the N-word so bad. I don't know why, man. It made me laugh in my head, like, oh, man, he about to call him. I ain't going to say it, but he didn't, but it was still funny. Like, that's, if I was the writer, I would have thrown that in there. They probably wouldn't have greenlit the episode, but I don't care. But yeah, other than that, man, it was pretty solid. Now, do I like it more than the Harley Quinn? I don't know yet. I kind of have, I want to say I might have the Harley Quinn a little bit over this episode because I did like Harley's design. She's a really big character in comic books, period. Not just DC, but DC and Marvel. She's a very big character. And I like her design and how they changed her up a bit. But there's some things I didn't like it. So I think I have more cons with the Harley episode than I do this one. I don't know, man. I guess I probably this is probably side with the Harley. It's probably like a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's solid. It keeps the narrative going. You know what I mean? I guess towards the end, after I finish everything, I'll rank each and every episode and tell you guys what I think of it. But overall, man, it's pretty solid. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out if you want to. Leave a comment in the comment section after you check it out. Tell me what you think on this review. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.